What's good, YouTube? So far, the year isn't starting out well with JB Hunt. Um, the first week was actually pretty good, I would say, but I got out to Texas, then tried to get the load out to Virginia, then dropped down to North Carolina, and then back to Texas before the storm came across. Um, but JB Hunt shut down North Carolina and the states all the way across to what was it, Texas. Was it last Friday when we got that pending snow, which technically it hit was it, I believe it hit Friday afternoon. But I wasn't too worried about it because the weather said it was only going to be between like 4 p.m. and was like 3 a.m. Saturday morning. And the load didn't pick up until Saturday morning around 9 to, was it 1300? So I wasn't too worried about it. But Friday they rescheduled my appointment to pick up Saturday, which was yesterday. So I mean, it's like I was going to be laid over for a day. So again, I didn't really care. Plus, I was up the street about maybe 5 miles or so, just outside of Greensboro. And like I said, I drove here yesterday to pick up at 9 o'clock at Wayfair. But when I got here, it was 3 other JB Hunt drivers here waiting to deliver. And I walked around the building. Then I finally got somebody at the main office, and they was like, "Oh, we don't open till 11 o'clock due to weather." But the sun been out all day Saturday, all day Friday. Okay, no, correction. The sun been out all day Saturday, which melted whatever snow and ice was on the road. So when I got here and they said that they wasn't open until 11 because of weather, it kind of didn't make any sense. But I waited till 11 o'clock to check in. I didn't get serviced until probably like 12:30, 12:40. But then they told me that the load wasn't ready, and it would be ready today at 9 a.m. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to probably try to see if I can find a different load, because I already planned to get back to Texas to renew my license, or set up an appointment to renew my license. But when I seen that there wasn't any loads on the board, going in that direction, I called the coordinator and spoke with them for a little bit, and eventually was like, okay, well, I'll just stay on the load since it don't pick up till today at 9 a.m. So then I come back to check in. He's like, oh yeah, just check back in at 9 a.m. and give us your load information again, and that's when you'll drop your 2 straps, and we'll go from there. Right around 4 p.m. Eastern time, I got a message saying that the load was rescheduled. So now the load, I'm thinking, is going to be rescheduled to today at 9 a.m. They ended up rescheduling it to Tuesday at 9 a.m., which means that I won't be delivering in Texas until Thursday. So I mean, there goes my whole week, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But they was like, well, we could pull you off the load, and I'm like, nah, I don't have any hours left, so I'm gonna just sit here and wait to see what I can find today. But again, there's nothing on the board worth hauling, and those of y'all that drive for JB Hunt will know that there's really nothing on the board worth hauling. But the load that I booked from here to go to Texas is the only thing that was good, because it was paying $230 a mile, and the fuel surcharge was like $500, which I'm like, cool, I could put that in my tank and run that all the way there. But again, like I said, I'm gonna be sitting here for like a whole 2 days or so again. But I mean, I'm gonna call at like, what was it, 9 o'clock my time, after I check in to verify that the load isn't going to pick up till tomorrow, and then go from there. Because now they're going to try to see if they can pay me for was it Saturday, Sunday, and layover. But it's just eating me up at this point, because not making any money, but also, sitting there talking with the JB Hunt drivers. It's pretty much, it was a good conversation with them. But one thing I don't understand about JB Hunt, like I said in the last video, that because JB Hunt's spread thin, and they don't offer us independent contractors the good accounts. They keep all those to themselves. Because like the only thing we have is the Walmart account. But now this is my third time doing a Wayfair a load, and it's basically Wayfair to Wayfair. So I did the Wayfair that was San Antonio. No, not San Antonio. Dallas to Houston, and I was just Wayfair to Wayfair. So I'm like, why not just make this a dedicated account? Now the drivers that brought the loads here came from Dallas, and I'm supposed to be going back to Dallas. So why not make this a dedicated account? You pick up out of Dallas to come here, and then you pick up out of here to go back to Dallas. And then the same thing, if they got loads coming right back here, pick up out of Dallas to come right back here. So now you're just running this load back and forth. So you're spending 2 days, pretty much the whole week running back and forth. And then, of course, you go home on the weekend. But it's like, I don't think they put two and two together to allow that to happen. That's the same thing with the Ross account, where it's the Ross DC to the Ross DC. So I'm actually thinking about probably either getting my own authority or leaving JB Hunt at this point, because I don't think I could do a whole another year with constant lowball freight. I mean, we're pretty much averaging right around 3,000-4,000 a week gross. And if you're hauling ass, that you're pretty much only seeing 50% of that. But if you're like me, in most cases running between 65 to 70 miles an hour, and only doing the posted speed limit when you have to make up the time difference due to traffic or construction, it kind of wears down on you. But like the load I did for Laredo to Richmond, Virginia, that was paying $500 in fuel, but I ended up spending almost $1,000 in fuel just to get out to Richmond. because fuel was like right around $3.60 a gallon, and then it didn't get any better till Blacksburg, South Carolina, where I filled up because I was at a half tank by that point. So I put an additional, was it $300 in the tank. And then, of course, I had to fill up again when I left. So, all that's going to be on the load for last week. But it don't make no sense at this point. But I know it's like at some point I might as well just make. I might as well either get my own authority and try to be a little bit more consistent with the revenue by at least getting 100% of the loads on the loads I book, or try to go out to the oil field and pull the sandbox or the pneumatic trailers, or simply just go to Parkway, because that's the other option. Just run those HEB accounts with Parkway. I mean, at least with them, it's right around $2 a mile, loaded and empty. But the only thing about them is that, from what I've heard, Parkway typically runs at night, which means, run at night, sleep during the day, and it's like, I don't know how that will actually work with my schedule when it's time to go home, because I know Parkway is like running out of San Antonio, and I live in Killeen, so I got the Temple HEB, but I ain't never seen no Parkway truck at HEB in Temple. But I'm just kind of struggling at this point. Kind of debating if I even want to be out on the road anymore. I know I still got about 2 years left of truck payments I got to make, which I was thinking, if I put an extra $1,000 on the truck every month, then that would mean that at November of this year I'll have like $24,000 left to pay on the truck, and then I could just liquidate my gold assets and run maybe about 3 more months, and then pay off the truck, and then get out of the truck altogether. But it's getting to that point where it's a big struggle, and I'm starting to see that JB Hunt really doesn't care about the revenue we're making for our company, because technically we're all out here running at like a company driver salary, and it's kind of pointless when you have to struggle knowing that you have to pay the house, you have to pay yourself, maintain the truck, and then still trying to find a way to be profitable. But again, like I said, we don't have accounts that'll bring us any kind of decent profits. Now, I could probably go back to Landstar and try to get on the Walmart account, because when I was on the Walmart account, we was still guaranteed about $2.50 a mile, and that was like at a minimum, it was like 2,500 miles a week for 5 days of work. And when I was running on that account, I was bringing home close to $6,000, because I was always running over 2,500 miles. And of course, they give you the fuel surcharge. on all the additional miles. And JB Hunt, Walmart account, they basically give you like $500 a day, and um, typically those accounts don't last more than 3 weeks. And then the other thing I noticed, just being out here during the shutdown, is that their company drivers are running during the shutdown, which means that we have different safeties. So when we're forced to shut down, their company drivers are still out there driving, running these loads, which is it's unfair. It's an unfair advantage all the way across the board. But I mean, we'll see. Because I mean, I'm honestly just fed up, with the trucking in general. But I mean, it's pretty damn cold out here, truth be told. Um, but I don't know. I've been up for a minute, so I don't know. But like I said, just contemplating a lot. Well, I mean, hopefully everybody else is doing good out there. Trying to stay profitable, stay warm, keep their trucks going. Uh, Hopefully things turn around this week, because now I know I gotta run a little bit harder. Been out for almost 2.5 weeks now, so it's going to take a lot to get back to where I need to get to. Especially being that I can't um, I can't keep more than like 3-4 grand in the account at the end of every month, because of the way everything's coming out. And making, like I said, making $2,000 a week, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how everything turns out.